The Galaxy S6 was a drastic change for Samsung. A new design language gave way to compromise, all for the sake of beauty. The Galaxy S7 proves that Samsung can learn and react quickly. Does it have what it takes to rise above the rest and reign atop the smartphone mountain? Let's find out. The design of the Galaxy S7 is certainly incremental from last gen's already good-looking Galaxy S6, save for a few changes. It now has the rounded back we saw on the Note 5 line of phones, and as we all tend to do from generation to generation, got a little thicker. It's now 7.9 millimeters, but that thickness means we have a bigger 3000 mAh battery, and it also means that camera hump that plagued the S6 is no longer a worry with the S7. Also here is IP68 water resistant, so no need for Samsung to release another active line of phones. It's still though a fingerprint magnet though, just like the last gen was. Samsung's made some of the best displays for years, so it shouldn't be any surprise their flagship phone has a flagship panel to match it. It's 5.1 inches, 2560 by 1440, and looks absolutely incredible. And you'd expect that from a Super AMOLED display. The blacks are really black, the colors are bright and vibrant, everything about the screen looks absolutely gorgeous, assuming you are staying indoors. Should you venture outside and in direct sunlight, the screen's going to look very washed out, even the brightness turned all the way up. So bear that in mind. Samsung loves to put the latest hardware in their phones, and that's no exception with the S7. In the US, it's got a Snapdragon 820 and 4 gigs of RAM, and like you'd expect, the thing is an absolute screamer. Not once did I have any sort of slowdown, app stutter, nothing at all. Everything I wanted to do happened very fast, including multitasking and even split-screen multitasking. I will say though, it did get a little bit warm while playing some games, and because benchmarks didn't happen, here's our Antutu score and quadrant. Samsung's bucked the electronics trend of going thinner and lighter with the S7. They've actually gone a little thicker at 7.9 millimeters, but it came with a good reason, and now it's a bigger 3000 mAh battery built in, which is a welcome change. And not surprisingly, battery life has been really good. By the end of the day, usually I have 65 to 75% battery life left, which is about 10 to 20% more than almost any phone I've tested over the past few years. So if you're a power user, you're really gonna like the battery on the S7. Of course, it also has quick charging built in via micro USB, so plug it into the wall for a few minutes or throw it on one of Samsung's wireless quick chargers, you'll be good to go. So the 12 megapixel camera on the back of the Galaxy S7 is another way Samsung's trying to separate the S7 from the competition. And as you'd expect, they did a nice job here. Before you start saying 12 megapixels, not enough megapixels, John, I need more, give me, just bathe me in megapixels. I say to you, friend, these pixels are larger and are going to capture 95% more light. All of that coupled with an f1.7 aperture, and you get incredible shots in low light. Of course, you didn't get great pictures in normal daylight visibility or indoors in office space. Pictures are going to look really solid. And Samsung's camera app lets you get really granular with the settings too. So if you're a DSLR fan, you like to tweak all the settings ordinarily would on a camera, you can do that here as well. You're not going to be disappointed. Whenever I use a new Android phone, no matter the manufacturer, the first thing I always do is download the Google Now launcher. So when I got a new Samsung device with TouchWiz, really Samsung's not calling it TouchWiz, but that's what we like to refer to it as, I was tempted at first to install Google Now, but I figured since I'm reviewing it, it should be an honest review, so I kept TouchWiz on here. And to my surprise, it's gotten much better. In fact, I'll even go as far as to say it's kinda good now. Theming is on board, it's a nice addition. You can now change the grid sizes built in. They have nice ingenious ways to move apps from one screen to another. I like the way the settings are set up. I still wish the app drawer wasn't all the way on the right, and I still wish I could just swipe to the right to get access to Google Now, but overall, TouchWiz got pretty good. A couple other cool UI things they've done. The always on display is here. It works well, it's always on, but it is not going to show a third-party notification. So if you're expecting to see those, you'll be disappointed. You're gonna have to look for a third-party app to do that. One other weird thing Samsung did though with the device, Marshmallow has the ability to take an external SD card and treat it as mountable storage. So take your internal and your external and make it one drive that it sees. Samsung didn't allow Marshmallow to do that. So when you put it up in an SD card, it's gonna be truly expandable storage. You can take it out, put it somewhere else, add pictures on, and put it back in. So bear that in mind. It's not necessarily a bad thing. Definitely know if you're expecting to pop in a 200 gig card to get 232 gigs of storage combined, you're not gonna have it. But overall, I think Samsung actually did a really nice job with TouchWiz. Not sure if I'd keep it on here as I use this device for longer, but I'm definitely not sure that I would uninstall it or at least put another launcher on right away. So if you couldn't tell, I really like the Galaxy S7. The things that are important to me are good here. The screen, the performance, most importantly, the battery life are all awesome. Toss in nice extras like IP68. They've got a really well-rounded Android phone, and it's an absolute buy for me and from Techno Buffalo. The only small and slight caveat to that is if you're happy with your Galaxy S6, then you might want to wait unless you need one of the new features like expandable storage or the IP68. But if you want to get a phone that's going to be good for the next 12, 24 months or even longer, you're going to be really happy with the Galaxy S7. Samsung hit this one out of the park. What do you guys think? Do you agree, disagree? Are you more of an Edge fan? I want to hear your thoughts on it. Leave in the comments down below. Please give the video a thumbs up. We always appreciate it. Until next time, I'm John Ritter from Techno Buffalo. Talk to you guys in the next one.